Hi, my name is Pau and welcome to my channel. Today, Speed Paint is of John Boone from Clean Stocking. I will talk a little more about the characters themselves on the Sandwars Speed Paint that is yet to come, but today I will talk about reading. I have liked reading since forever, and I used to eat up a book per day if I had one at hand. Just as with anime, I usually need to binge read a book to finish it. So when I was younger, I used to read so fast that my mom could put like a time limit for me to be able to read per day or a time to wait between buying books because the same day I bought one, I will finish it. But yeah, honestly, they were not extremely long books, something between 400 and 900 words, and almost everything I read was romance because I was a hopeless romantic. I think most people who like reading can imagine which kind of books I'm talking about that I used to read, and oh boy, has my taste changed. I may say that I find normal to not share at all dates with my younger self because, well, I was a teenager. So, yeah, having no real experience like dating yet, it all sounded nice and cute with flowers and shiny in my head. I thought all those stories, this is really embarrassing, but I thought all those stories were the most romantic thing ever and all I could ever ask for. And then a few years later, and after some relationships, I decided to reread some of my old books for fun, and I have to say, I was horrified because after experiencing firsthand really toxic behaviors, I now have like little to no patience for things like jealousy, gaslighting, lying that are like really common in books for teenagers. And can you guess which book I decided to pick up after? I decided to pick up after between all the books I had. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you are actually better that way. Why did I find that behavior romantic? I have no idea. Ignorance is a bliss sometimes, I guess. But yeah, I now like enemies to lovers quite a lot, but I still try to avoid any toxic stuff as much as possible because trauma, let's say that. I too believe that you don't fall in love at first sight. This is going to sound a little cheesy, but I think you need to know someone to truly love them, otherwise, you will just love a distorted version of themselves created by your head, and that person is just based on the little info you have. So, instant love is also a no for me. I love me a good slow burn. So, after reading quite a few books back then, I was blessed with Google and a phone of my own, and I found Wattpad. I was also introduced to the wonderful world of mangas and manhwas, which is today's topic. It definitely started more like spicy content than just reading a random story, but ironically, it was literally for the sake of reading it and not for the spicy intention of it. Does that make any sense for anyone? I think a lot of people like just reading spicy stuff because and not with any intention behind it. I know I'm not the only one. I have this conversation before, but yeah, I guess. As I was saying, it started as spicy stuff, cutesy stuff, BL, everything you can put under the term romance. I still like it. I still am a very romantic person, but I have recently, during the last year, last 6 months, changed interest. I have now completely submerged myself in the world of fantasy. This actually being anything from reincarnation into a Renaissance inspired novel to dungeons and superpowers. So I still read romance, but now I find everything in pretty dresses, formalities, and present and past mix much more interesting than plain old romance. Because, well, can I reincarnate into the awful villainess and stop being a bitch like the original character was? And also have a handsome gentleman take me to a ball while wearing a wonderful gown because for some reason the male lead likes me instead of the female lead? No. Can I avoid a horrible death by marrying a rich handsome fella who happens to fall in love with me while in pretty dresses and in a palace? Also no. A girl can only dream, so that's what I do while reading. One I'm currently reading and absolutely love is For My Derelict Favorite. It's really funny, I really recommend it. But what I've been reading most is the dungeons, fighting, and superpower stuff. I've actually always liked magic, powers, and cool special effects, and I have been finding some really cool stories like Solo Leveling, Elexit, Girls of the Wild, Teenage Mercenary, The War After the Fall, I'm the Max Level Newbie, Best Teacher Bike. The list could just go on and on and on. But one of my favorite parts of reading these stories, and I have told this to my boyfriend and some friends many times before, is seeing movement on the panels, which might sound weird, but I think there is nothing better than liking a scene or a panel so much that you have to go back to rewatch it or to reread it. And almost every time that the panel is so well illustrated that I can actually see the characters move, I have that feeling of, okay, wow, I have to go back. And it has gotten to a point a few times where I will have a scene in mind and I have to take a minute to analyze it because I don't know if I've read it or watched it, which is also weird, but it has happened many times. This has also caused problems for a few reasons. Those being that now I don't really read books anymore because I've gotten so used to being invested in the art style that plain books have become less appealing per se. It might personally be because I'm an artist, but I enjoy so much admiring the art styles, the color palettes, the lighting, the perspective. I am quite visually orientated, so everything pretty just gets me. I have to see it. I actually won't really enjoy a story if I don't like their style. Well, being honest, I won't even try to read a story if I don't like the art style. I have also stopped reading stories because, like, a style change midway, just as I stopped watching Haikyuu because of the exact same reason. But yeah, if I find an interesting story with a cool art style, I can read for 2 days straight for 10 hours a day if I want to finish the story. It's definitely in my top 3 hobbies, the other two being drawing and writing, which I actually talked about in last week's video, but that is everything for this one since we are already at the time mark. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget that everything is linked down below. Like if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more content, and I will see you next time. Bye!